A 2-week holiday feels like a long time before you get there, but once you get there, it's over in no time at all, especially when that destination is Cape Town. Our main purpose for visiting Cape Town was to visit Olivia's parents, Jane and Wolfgang, who occupy a seafront house in Boulders for 3 months a year during Britain's coldest months. If you're not familiar with the geography of Cape Town, which I wasn't at all before this trip, this is Cape Town city centre, and about 40 kilometres south is Boulders. Besides being just about the most sleepy and gorgeous spot in Cape Town, Boulders has something else that makes it that extra bit special.
We're at Boulders Beach today, just around the corner from where we're staying. Now, Boulders Beach is actually special because it's home to an African penguin colony. You often see the little guys waddling around in pairs, as of course they're a monogamous species. To me, that sounds a little bit black and white.
Despite numbers of our monochrome friends having declined in recent years due to overfishing and habitat destruction, we were still able to see plenty of the little critters waddling about. I didn't need to be in Cape Town for very long before I discovered its crazy weather conditions. From thick sea fog over Chapman's Peak to 30 miles per hour winds by the coast. Luckily, the winds didn't last too long, as the first week of our holiday was spent training for the Argus, a cycle race which is essentially a loop of Cape Town and hands down the most scenic 100 kilometres I have ever ridden. As Cape Town is generally quite difficult to navigate using the minimal public transport on offer, cycling is a fantastic way to get around. One of our training rides took us all the way to the most southwesterly point of Africa, the Cape of Good Hope.
So we are just hiking up to Cape Point to get a view of the lighthouse and all that good stuff. Pretty shattered because we've just bloody cycled 30k, but we're braving it.
Absolutely knackered after a long day on the saddle, we retired on over to Scarborough Beach to watch the remaining surfers catch the last of the day's waves before the sun disappeared over the Atlantic. Despite Cape Town feeling like our own version of utopia, the country of South Africa itself has a turbulent past. From 1948 to as recent as the early 90s, the country was governed by a political and social system called Apartheid, a system of institutionalised racial segregation where anyone who was non-white was oppressed. If you ever find yourself in Cape Town, I strongly suggest taking the Apartheid to Freedom walking tour for a greater understanding of the history and the racial disparity South Africa still continues to face.
Here we are in Bo-Kaap, which translates as Upper Cape, a predominantly Muslim community and arguably one of the most colourful places in Cape Town.
One very important thing I haven't mentioned yet is Cape Town's abundance of exceptional wineries. The arrival of Olivia's sister Jasmine, an avid fan of wine and Mexican waves, prompted Jane and Wolfgang to drive us 70 miles east of Cape Town to Hermanus. Hermanus is a seafront retirement town, famous for its whale watching and high concentration of wine farms and wine estates. It's easy to lose oneself in the natural beauty of Gemelanada Valley, and combined with a glass or 5 of the finest wines in the region, we quickly became overconfident in our wine tasting abilities.
I can really feel the cool maritime air. Cheers.
We continued the party at our home for the night, the beautiful High Season Farm. We spent the evening enjoying a traditional South African braai under the moonlight. On our last day in Cape Town, Olivia had made us a reservation at one of Cape Town's trendiest restaurants, the Potluck Club, located in Woodstock, serving some of the most exceptional dishes I have ever tasted. And just like our meal, our time in Cape Town had come to an end, leaving us satisfied and yet hungry for more.